Hello, and thank you so much for being a member of Patient Pilot. We are extremely excited to highlight some fantastic product upgrades to Patient Pilot to help you maximize each and every opportunity utilizing our automated weekly emails. Jason, we have some exciting things we're going to go through. I can't wait to touch on them and also highlight some action steps everybody watching can take to ensure that their team is doing what's necessary to ensure the best results possible.
Well, happy 2024, everybody. This is awesome. And this is our first in a series of upgrade updates that we want to tell you about the great Patient Pilot program that you are getting. Now, many of you have told us, we've gotten feedback of a lot of people asking questions. What's happening exactly? What is supposed to be happening? And how do I know if it's happening? So we're going to take a few minutes in this video and break it down so it is as simple and clear as it possibly can ever be. What you see on the left side, number one, each and every week, your practice is sending out these. You are sending these. These are weekly email newsletters with big buttons. You see those red arrows under the number one, call to schedule, click to schedule. It is those two buttons that are the magic in your weekly email newsletter. Why is that? Well, when we send your weekly email newsletters to all of your patients, some of them are ready to schedule back into your practice. That is what we are staying in front of them for. That's what you are staying top of mind for, which is what leads us to number two. And this is the big update. You will receive reactivation reports via email. When I say you, the doctor, and you, the front desk or office manager. We expect that two people in your practice will receive these reactivation reports. So you send these, number one, weekly email newsletters, and you get these, number two, reactivation reports with the names of your patients who are clicking those buttons to schedule back into your practice. Of course, if you have an online scheduler, then they probably scheduled it automatically. If somebody answered the phone when they clicked to call, then somebody probably answered the phone and scheduled them. But this is your backup mechanism. This is to make sure that they spoke to someone, to make sure they got it onto your schedule, onto your calendar. And this is how you know the system is working. You'll receive those emails each and every day within 24 hours of one of your patients clicking on your newsletters, which means if you don't receive them 1 day or 2 days, that's probably not a big deal. It means somebody's not clicking on those days. If you find you're going for an extended period of time and you're not receiving these reactivation reports, it is very possible that they're going to your spam filter. There's nothing we can do about that except to remind you to check your spam filter to look for these reactivation reports. So that's what we're doing here. You should be receiving them each and every week. So here is how you know who is ready to schedule back into your practice. There are the names. If you look below, if you're the doctor, you want to make sure your front desk is receiving these. The person at your front desk is receiving these and taking these actions immediately, which is following up with the names of those people, clicking to get back into your practice, your patients, clicking back to get into your practice. Let's move on to number three, super important. This box that you see, Patient Pilot is working. We've had a lot of feedback that says, how do I know it's working? I love you guys. I love the newsletters. I'm really happy that my thousands of people are receiving them, but how do I know what's up and what's going on? And we heard you and we fixed it, which is why every reactivation report will include this data, this information. And if you see what's there, you'll notice how many patients have clicked in the last 30 days to get back into your practice. Again, your reactivation report up top will tell you the number of people that are ready to schedule from your last newsletter, the last within 24 hours of clicking. In this case, pretty darn good. But down below is the number of people in the last 30 days, and you can click that green button next to it that says, see their names. Because when you click see their names, that will click you over to your members area. Now, this is going to continually improve, but here's what you'll want to know. Here's how you always know that Patient Pilot is working. Again, this is the data that was in your report, but even more access to more names, more data, so you can actually see a scrolling 30-day summary of the names of the people who are ready to click. But we've added a new feature that a lot of people are going to think is awesome, because it is about the engagement with your people. It is about teaching and inviting them consistently. That is what makes this work. And so the number that you think you want most is the 15 patients that are ready to schedule. That's true. But the number you also want to pay attention to is how many of your past patients are in fact opening your weekly email newsletters. That means they're engaging. You're teaching them something. We think of it in some ways of free advertising. Not only are you staying top of mind, but you're staying top of mind with something more than just a deep discount. You're actually contributing value to helping them live a better and greater life. And if you want to know how many people you are reaching, that's the number right over there on the other side there. 1,693 patients in this doctor's and Dr. Langmaid's case. And again, if you click on the buttons, you can actually see their names. You can see who's opening and reading. You can see who you're sending to. Now, the name of success moving forward will be to keep that number of patients consistently growing. And the way you make sure you keep that number consistently growing will be down on the bottom where it says, are you doing your part? Because there are two things you need to be doing. That is adding your new patients to your email list so they start receiving these as well. And also make sure that you are receiving and opening your reactivation reports. And our system should be sending two of them, one to you, the doc, one to you at the front desk. And I want to make sure you're all receiving them. You can contact support to make sure if you're not receiving them, that you do receive them. When you access your portal in your members area, you will see your personalized version of this. This is your portal. What's a portal? A portal is the website that your front desk enters. Name, email. If you want to put birth date, we may include it, we may not include it. That is the way you add new people to your email list. Why? Because you want them to keep getting these so you can getting those. So they send emails to those people and you can get reactivation reports, see their names, reach out to those ready to schedule, see the names of the people that you are impacting, and that is how the cycle works.
We are super excited to be able to launch a plethora of upgrades to Patient Pilot, starting now and continuing throughout the year. So docs listening and watching, one, thank you for being a member of Patient Pilot. Number two is keep an eye out for your reactivation reports. As Jason said, you and your team, as you see where arrows number 2 are pointing, those are the individuals clicking those buttons. They're ready to come back into the practice. Ensure that your team is checking your EHR to see if they did it on their own or making those phone calls to those individuals to ensure you have the highest level of customer service and the best results possible. Also, take stock in the value of reaching out consistently. You will have a certain subset of individuals who are clicking those buttons, but many more will be engaged with your practice. You'll be staying top of mind. Maybe they leave a review or referral. Perhaps they refer a friend, or they just come in 3 days later. We can't track those because they didn't click the buttons, but it's a really key metric to keep your eye on are the amount of opens that are happening, because that tells you the reach and the opportunity. And as Jason mentioned, as you continue to build and grow your list, which is on you and your team, please add those people to the new patient portal. As you continue to build and grow that list, this has compounding value over time. So the big message today from us to you is thank you for being a member of Patient Pilot. Please stay tuned for a consistency when we have product upgrades coming through and shipping. We're going to be staying in front of you. We'll ask you to keep an eye out for those emails, watch the videos just like this, and share them with your team so everybody is aligned with how to achieve the best results possible. And if at any point in time you have questions, we are happy to provide the answers. Our team is always available for you at support@thesmartchiropractor.com. If you have any questions about results, about how to use something or anything relative to the Smart Chiropractor and Patient Pilot, we encourage you to reach out to our team so we can do our best to ensure that we are not only meeting, but exceeding your expectations. Jason, anything I missed there as we wrap?
This is the absolute most awesome program you can be installing in your practice, and we believe that deeply. If you're not sure of that, please ask us questions as to why we are so certain that you will absolutely love this program when you understand what it is and you implement it in your practice. Stay tuned for more product updates. We are on a tear of improvements. You're going to be glad you're a part of Patient Pilot, and we're glad you're here with us. Thanks for being a part of our program. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for watching this video on The Smart Chiropractor. To not miss a single thing that's clinically oriented, marketing oriented, or more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel today.